Hi, today I want to talk to you about PC and networking tool. In PC and networking tool, I will start with Network Tools Kit. A Network Tools Kit is a pack of network tools of different kind and function. And I will start with, firstly, the electronic discharge wrist strap. This electronic discharge wrist strap is used to ground the technician from a partial electric shock. We have the screwdriver. The screwdriver is of different shape. We have it short and we also have it long. We have it removable. The bead, you can change the bead to any size of which the design of the screw is, either star or flat, which we mostly use and mostly designed by many constructors of our designers of screws. But here is a sample of so many types of beads. We have the long type of this type and we have the shorter one and medium size. So the function of a screwdriver is to unscrew screws that are used to fasten some edges of devices. Now we'll talk about the pliers. Let's talk about the pliers. The pliers are majorly three types. The middle one is the cutter, the first one is the long nose plier, and the other side of it, the left side of it, is the short nose plier. This long one is used to pick metals or tiny materials or metals that fall in between the materials or the case of the device. You can use it to pick it out. You can also cut conductors, wires. You can also cut wires. This also can cut wires. This one is majorly used to cut wires. This tool can also serve as these can serve as a grip for pliers of materials or metals. So let's talk about wire stripper. Wire stripper is a very important tool in networking connections. Wire stripper is used to strip wires in order to have access to the conductor. It's also used to separate a networking wire from the cable. In a cable, we have 8 wires of different colors. So this wire stripper helps to strip off those cables and also strip off the wire insulator to have access to the conductor in order to terminate it to RJ5 and other connectors in networking system. We have the extension magnet. The extension magnet is used to pick up something like tiny screws or tiny half metal or conductors that fall on a panel or in between devices that have been coupled. All you need to do is to dip it inside. At this edge you have the magnet, which is able to attract any metal that is in between the panel that is possible of bridging the circuit. We have the multimeter. The multimeter is part of a networking tool which is used to measure majorly the potential difference of circuit sockets. So it also used to measure the resistivity of a material or the resistance of a material. It can also be used to measure the DC voltage, that is direct current voltage. Then it's also used to measure the DCA, alternate voltage. So most times a multimeter is used to measure or to carry out a continuity test on a circuit or on a cable. We have the tripod holder. The tripod holder is used to grip, unlike the extension magnet. The extension magnet is to attract a metal, but this 3-prong holder is used to grip. Perhaps what fell in between materials that are very tiny are not metals, which can easily be attracted to a magnet, but these will pick up those materials. Perhaps they are not metal and some other tiny materials. So this can be used to grip it, and depending on how innovative a technician is, you can use it to grip anything or hold on anything that is very tiny for you to carry out your practice, depending on what you want to use it at that moment for. We have the power supply tester. The power supply tester is used majorly on a desktop computer. A desktop computer will have the power pack, and that power pack controls every current that flows into the motherboard. So this is used to check the power pack if it is failing to supply the motherboard. The power supply is failing to supply the motherboard power, so this we use to check. The display you are seeing right now here shows that the power pack connected to this device is working accurately. If it is not working, it will not display anything on this place. The turn generator and probe. The turn generator and probe is used in between the network outlets, and the patch panel of network cabling. So what it is used for most times is to indicate if there is a break in connection or there's an error on the patch panel. We have the cable tester. The cable tester is to check a continuity test, most importantly. Remember I said in the network cable we have 8 wires inside of it of different colors. So if you plug a cable on a cable tester, it will indicate that there is no error on that cable from one end to the other by giving you an indicator on the indicator 8 colors, 8 lights. But if one of the lights is not shining there, it means that a particular number of line of the wire is broken. So therefore that cable is damaged. An accurate connection will not be carried out or transmission of data or network. So it will be advisable to change the network cable. So this is an important tool. Let's talk about the loopback plug. The loopback plug is mostly used after carrying out a complete networking system or running all the cable completely. Then you power it. The moment you power it, it is advisable to use a loopback plug, if you have one, to test all outlets to ensure that there's a flow of internet on that outlet. By plugging this loopback plug, it will indicate light. That shows that there is a successful flow of internet on that terminal. But if it doesn't show light, it means there is no flow of internet on that terminal. We have a good spare. Good spare is part of networking tools. What do we mean by good spare? Having a reserve alternate spare. Perhaps you have something like the RAM. You have a good one in case one of the RAM on the server or the computer is failing. You have a motherboard in case it's an emergency, your motherboard is damaged, you can change it. You have the power pack. This power pack is used on the desktop, not on the laptop. So this power pack, if you have one that is bad, you can easily change it. So they are all part of tools. This, you can see 2 different type of fan here. The first one here is the desktop CPU. This is the kind of fan you see on the desktop CPU, but this one here is for the one on the laptop, the laptop fan. There are some other spares you might have, like the sink, but why we don't mostly have it as spare is because they hardly get spoiled. The sink hardly gets spoiled. It's part of our tools you find on the laptop. It helps to absorb heat discharged from the processor while the fan is blowing it off. The heat generated or absorbed by the sink is being blown out by the fan while it also cools off the processor, the CPU. So that should be all on this video. If there is any comment, you have any contribution or something you need to advise me on concerning this video, and if it has helped you, kindly use the comment section, and also recommend this video for those who want to go into hardware, PC hardware repair or networking. It will be very important for them to look at the video and know the names of all these materials or tools and how to use it will be on the next video. Thanks for watching.